Are you leveraging your listings to generate more transactions? Or are you simply focused on getting that listing sold? And it may sound like a little bit of a silly question, but in the last few weeks, I've been doing quite a bit of masterminding with some of our top real estate agents in our coaching program. These are agents that sell 20, 30, 40, 50 plus units as individuals, minimum of $200,000 GCI. And what we have discovered is that most of these folks are really good at leveraging a listing to generate 1, 2, and in some cases even 3 pieces of new business from each listing. So that's had me thinking an awful lot about the average realtor. It's had me thinking, could we create a system or a strategy or a plan that is customizable for each agent that would help them be very intentional and consistent with their marketing, so that each time they listed a home, they could, over a period of time, they could predict how many new pieces of business on average would come in. We know the answer is yes, we can, we have, and when I get to the office today, I'm going to share some of the secrets in that plan with you. Can't wait to share it with you guys. I'll be with you soon when we get to the office, and we'll check it out. So here's the deal, guys. Most real estate agents get it all wrong. They think that when they get a home and they get it listed and they put it on the market, that their primary job is to get the home sold. And while yes, it is incredibly important that we continue to service our client and fulfill our fiduciary responsibility, we need a shift now. We need to be asking ourselves the question, how can I leverage this listing to create more opportunities for my real estate business? You've heard the saying, listers last. That's because those who list a lot understand this. So what we've been teaching our coaching clients here for some time is a better system for leveraging those listings. And the results have been amazing. We're seeing 1, 2, 3 new pieces of business on every listing. How are they doing that? They have clarity on these things: the what, the who, and the how. So the what represents the what can we communicate. And those things are things like coming soon, just listed, open house, price reduction, which is something we need to get good at talking about again, contracts pending and sold. Then the who can we communicate with? Well, we can communicate with our sphere of influence and our past clients, right? We can communicate with leads if we have a database that is built out to communicate with our leads. We can communicate with the neighbors, we can communicate with the general public, and we can communicate with other agents. Now, how do we communicate? We can communicate via phone, text, email, direct mail, face-to-face, free social media, paid social media, signs, and the MLS. So here's an obvious one. If I want to communicate that it's coming soon, and my audience is the agents, I can do that pretty easily by putting it in the MLS, right? That one's simple for us. But if I want to communicate coming soon, and my audience is my sphere and all the leads I have, what is your method for communicating that? You only have a few choices, and unfortunately, as an industry, we just rely solely on social media for this. We're just allowing Facebook's algorithm to determine who our audience will be, and there's a better way. You see, when we have that sphere and our leads, we should be either texting, emailing, or calling those people and telling them about our new listing. When we have an open house, we're just putting it on social media and maybe in the MLS and hoping people discover it through an IDX feed on Zillow or someplace, when the truth of the matter is, we should be reaching out to every lead we have in our database that we've accumulated and trying to convert those leads. You should be telling your sphere of influence about it. You should be telling your past clients about a new listing that you have. But most of us aren't doing that. If we want to communicate to the neighbors that we just listed the neighbor's house, how do we do that? What is your system and strategy going to be for doing that? We know that the best methods there are either face-to-face or direct mail. These things work, the strategies work, but here's the problem. Most real estate agents won't do them. They won't do that. So they're reinventing the wheel every time they get a listing without working from a checklist and a system that says, this is my marketing strategy. And then you have to take all that marketing strategy and track the number of leads that it generates, the number of conversations that you have, the number of appointments you end up getting, the number of contracts you write, and ultimately the number of closings you have. Then and only then will we know whether any of those particulars, hows and whos and whats, are working to generate more business for you. That's where the whole consulting piece has to come in between you and your coach. You see, if I tell you that I want you to call 100 of the neighbors, that's circle prospecting. But if you won't do that work, if you want something else because you're just not going to call strangers, then we have to develop a different strategy for you. We can't have a one-size-fits-all marketing strategy. We do have a template here that we're working with now that we've been doing this for a while, where we're tracking the results, we're seeing what works for one agent and another agent may be a little bit different, helping them customize those. If you'd like to see that template, put your email address in the comments below. I'll send you a PDF of it. If you want to talk about how you customize that template, reach out to me. I'd love to share with you. And as always, if you like this content, do me a favor. Go down to my YouTube channel there and subscribe and like this particular video. Maybe even make a comment on it. I'd sure appreciate it. And if there's anything I can do for you guys, don't hesitate to ask. Make it a great day.